Welcome to an eco playthrough of Update 11. I know it's been out for a while, but I figure I'd play a solo and record it. So, if in a moment I will go to the game, because I'm currently loading the world, and we will get started on base camp. And an explanation of how to start a world of your own. So, a few more seconds. And it should be finishing in a second. It's connecting. Alright, so we will get rid of our title screen. As you can see, it is currently downloading the world. While that is going, I will explain the basic set. Our basic settings, I did change the world. It is not called New World. I did change it. We were doing a 1 kilometer world. I changed it to low collab. So it automatically, the settings are a little bit tougher because it's designed for more, well, it's designed for single player. You're not having to rely on other people. That's what it is. The higher the collaboration, the more you have to rely on other people to help with the same projects, whether it's by material costs or whatever, but that's all in the advanced settings that you can change. I left it with normal and game speed. I guess I left it with 3 hours of gameplay, but you know, that can be taken off. I did create a custom world. I did leave the meteor on. So from there, we went to our advanced settings. We made the default meteor impact is 30 days. You can expand it or shorten it as much as you want. I decided to put it as 90,000 because I don't know how long I'm going to play this one or how slow I'm going to play it. I left the professions and the specializations the same. Skill cost, this is still the same. Resource multiplier and time multiplier are normally 0.75 on low collab. I changed them to 1. The stakes and the papers I left alone. The abandoned specialties I left at default. Specialty refund I left default. Character gains experience on specialty experience, which means anytime you use a skill, what percentage of that is actually used to give you personal experience in order to get to have more skills. So since I'm playing by myself, I actually am giving myself a 1% increase to my life XP. So I will be able to get skills a lot faster than what you would normally in-game without any bonus there. The higher you raise this, oh, I guess I said 0.2. So I got 2%, sorry, 2%, not 1%, 2%. The higher you raise this, the faster you're going to gain stars, which means the faster you're going to gain skills, and you may not be able to use them. And a mass multiplayer game is probably going to be 0, so you don't get any from skills. It's only by over time and other multipliers. I doubled the stack size. I left the weight and the fuel efficiency the same. I increased the growth by 25%. It is default at 1. I raised it to 1.25. The range connection of stockpiles and all that is base at 1. And since I hate shelf life, which is how fast food decays or plant material decays, I turned that to 10% or 10 multiplier. So it will last 10 times longer than it would by default. I left ocean building off to force a canoe or a boat at some point. I could have required the skills to replace parts, which is in tables, but I don't really want to do that. And there is one more on there. I just don't remember what it is. But it's off the screen. It might be for the repair aspect of tools and stuff that you need the skill. I think that's the one it is, but I don't know. Whatever it is, it's off as well. So, what we have is we have our base world. So, you have your jungle is the dark green. Your forest green, or deeper, whatever you want, whatever color you want to call it. I call it dark green. Or this is jungle green. This is dark forest green, or the cold biome. I think that's the cold biome. Layers. Environment data biomes. That would be the... I think that's the cold forest. No, that's not the cold forest. That is the... Okay, come on. Grassland is the green. It's the light green. Warm forest. Okay. Dark green is warm forest. This is grassland. This is warm forest. This is jungle. This would be wetlands, aka the swamp. Which, this sucks if that's that island. So what we want this island. Because we also get desert, which is where iron is hidden. We still have our jungle. We still have grasslands. Guess we wouldn't have any warm forest. Oh, no, there's some warm forest. Wetlands. And then you have boreal forest, which is the outer edge of the mountain range. You have cold biome. Oh, that's cold forest. Never mind. That's cold forest. This is the very dark green. Jungles are here. You can usually tell by the trees. You got palm trees in here, and these are the chibas. The cold forest has redwoods, and I don't remember what the other one is. Fir? Or maybe fir is in the boreal. Grasslands is all oak. Warm forest is birch and pine. Spruce are up here in boreal, I know that. Sometimes on the edge of cold. But there's two types of trees here. They're both softwoods. The hardwoods are your oaks, your chiba, found in the jungle, and the birch found in the warm forest. So what we want is we want to be somewhere in between the mountains, because that's where gold and copper are going to be found. We want to be near this for all the iron that we will use. We do want to be near some trees as well. So I think, really don't want to be out here because that's going to be harvesting. I think we're going to go like somewhere right in here. So we'd have to find, ooh, maybe we'll just go over here. And then find a spot somewhere nearby. The idea is to find the best spot, and if you're playing with multiple people and you know who's doing what skill, you know about where you want to look to find. If you're going to be the smith, you want to be near, well, if you're going to be the miner or the smith, which usually go together, or you're going to definitely need iron, you're going to want to be near the desert, or for sand. If you're a lumberjack, you're going to do lumber, carpentry, it doesn't really matter. It's just a matter of which type of trees you want. Certain trees take a lot more to cut down, but it takes a little bit. Same with the stone. There are harder stones that takes more hits to do till you get better tools. But I do think we're going to go down here. We're going to put ourselves somewhere right in here. So we're near this water. So we can eventually use water wheels for power. We're going to be near our jungle or our desert for iron. We'll be near sandstone and limestone in this area because they're underneath these they're underneath this biome. Granite and basalt are underneath this one, so you want to stay away from that early on if you're not a miner. It takes way too many hits. Alright, so I think what we're going to do, we will choose this spot. We drop down. Alright, so where we said we wanted to go over here. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3 high there. So this is going to be the same height as this. So let's go into this little valley and see what we got. So we want to go south. This is sort of like a Minecraft aspect. While we're here, let's grab some mushrooms because these are what we're going to cook early on. We don't need the... Alright, this is where we were thinking about putting ourselves. So, this is 70, 69, this is 68. Alright, so technically the way we want to do this is this will end up, what we're standing on will end up being, or hang on, what we're standing on now will be the roof, because we're going to build our house underground, so it's not on the surface. You can, but you know, it's up to you how you want to build. So what we're going to do is we will open our backpack, pull out our tent. We are going to put this right here. So now that we got that, we can open up our tent. We could go into storage. We'd pull out our axe. We pull out our pickaxe, pull out our shovel, pull out our hammer. Four key tools. Pull them out. Crafting wise, we want a campfire. Add the work, a tool bench, add the work, and a workbench, add the work. So we've queued up each of those. So what we need is 12 stone, any 12 stone, and 3 wood. We also need 10 stone and 20 wood. So that's basically 30 and 25. And then we need that. So we basically need 35 of each. So we could, see, that's granite. That's going to take 3 hits to do. So let's go find, so while we're here, let's pick these, the way they've redone farming and all that, you definitely want to pick all the wild vegetables before you go chopping trees, if you plan on keeping them, because once they are gone, they rarely respawn. And you basically, in a multiplayer game, if everybody is out cutting trees and that and picking the world clean, food is going to disappear real quick, because everybody's trying to do some basic campfire cooking early on to keep their calories up. Oops. What we forgot to do is go logging as our first skill as a solo, because logging is going to get us a lot of things. So let's clean up our debris. And chop our tree down into bits. That's 20, 25, 30, 35. Each one is normally 5 until you get into a smaller aspect. So we'll come back over here. Like I said, I doubled the stack size. Normally you can only carry 20. We'll put those in there. And that just, the reason why they disappear is they just went into there to where they're being made. So now we need to go find some sandstone. Sandstone is the easiest one to chop. So since we have it here, you get 4 per block. So there's 20. And until miners get skill up, they're always, and take a certain skill or certain bonus trait, you're always going to have this double one occasionally. And it takes an extra, since we got extra, ooh. Okay, that makes 24, 28, 32. I think that's enough for us. So we'll come back here, drop these in here. You can click on any storage and you'll bring up the list of every storage that's around. So let's put our tomatoes in here, put those in there. We're still working on things being made, so let's grab some corn. And in the beginning, you want to try everything and see what is good for you, what is not. because not every food is going to be good for you. Alright, here's the campfire. Let's put that here. Let's take the workbench, put it here. We'll drop this in here and bring out our tool bench. So, first, campfire. We're going to put our campfire right here. Yeah. It's going to tell me that it's not on property. So what we want is we want our clean tool. Clean tool will show us all of our tiles that we have currently owned. And I don't know why that didn't show up there. I'm right clicking to claim up or add those claims. We're going to do that one as well. Alright, so over here, fuel wise, we go to power. We're going to take our wood pulp that we got off the tree. You can use wood or anything else eventually that you find. Wood pulp and wood are just perfectly good until you get charcoal or coal. Those are all fuel sources. So now that we have fuel and it's turned on and it's placed on solid ground, we will go to things that we know we have. We have charred corn. We'll make one. We'll go down here. We have fish that we start with in the tent. We'll make one. We'll go to mushrooms and make one. And of course the last one would be our tomato. Of course we're too hungry right now, so we're waiting for the first one to cook. So basically we've already set up our base camp, and while we're doing that, let's set up our workbench right there, and then we will put our tool bench right there. So now that's done, probably have, there's our corn. Our corn is okay. I mean, it's not going to give us negative. Our fish is alright, so we like that. We like it enough. It's not going to give us a negative tasty factor, which I'll get into here in just a minute. So what I meant by tastiness is down here, your nutrition. The key is to keep your carbs, your protein, your fat, and your vegetables as close to each other as possible. You want them as balanced as possible. Because what it does is it ends up giving you a base ratio. And the balanced diet, which is because I don't have enough in there, it's showing the difference between the highest nutrient and the lowest nutrient, and then it divides them out. So you get a factor of XP based off of that. Your variety is how much based off of the different things you've had in the last 2,000 calories, in the last 24 hours. So the more things you've tried and the more things you eat, the better your bonus is going to be here. Same for the tastiness. You have things that are delicious, which are going to give you a bonus. You have things that are, there's another one in between there. I can't remember exactly what it is. I think it's good. Good is like 10%. You have okay, which doesn't get it's fine. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to make it. It's not going to benefit you. You want to find your deliciouses and your goods. You do not want to be eating bads and horribles. Those take away 10 and 20%. So, and all that does is all those numbers there. All these numbers end up giving you a factor here to what it gives you a nutrition multiplier. So it ends up based off of, as long as you have calories in your stomach, This will be the amount of XP that is the base factor for every skill action that you do. Every time you swing an axe, every time you swing a pick, every recipe you craft on a table. They all have multipliers times that XP factor that shows up. Come on. Right here. This number right here. That is your base factor, and it's times the XP. So this also is how many points you get every so often over a course of time to get you your stars, which is why I said without the bonus, this would take forever. As right now, I would only gain another star 12.5 hours from now. The idea is then to give yourself a housing bonus, which adds to this, which gives you faster stars. We will get to the house in time. Right now, let's eat our... Where's our others? Oh, we didn't do that, and we obviously didn't do that. Alright, there we go. There's our mushrooms. Those are alright. Those are okay. So far we haven't found anything that we don't care to eat. So pretty much everything that we have we can go ahead and cook up. Of course, we're not going to get any skill because we do not have campfire cooking. The only thing we're going to gain bonus off of is cutting trees. So each one of these swings, we're getting XP towards here. Or it should have. I don't know why it didn't. Unless they change it to where that doesn't count. Alright, we got 40. So we're going to come over here. Going to drop those in there. Go back and get that last one. And we are going to put it in the campfire, since we burned up all the wood pulp. Storage. Delicious. Alright. So, now that we know that, we can go to down here. We'll do 10 of those. We'll do 10 fungus. We'll go ahead and do the charred fish. Ah, shit. Let's do 8 more. And the corn we can do, we have 24, so we'll do 4 more for now. So while that's cooking, see, as you can see, that's saying we're getting 0 out of the campfire every time a recipe's done, because we do not have campfire cooking skill. We can't learn it because we don't have any more stars. We'll get it when this lights up. We have another star to use. We can get another skill as long as we've researched it, if it's a higher one, or we can get another basic, which are campfire, logging, mining, hunting, and gathering. Those are the 5 that are basics. So you don't need a book. Any of these others in here require you to research the book. Same with over here. Carpentry requires the book. Composites are higher. Shipwright, of course. This is your engineering. Of course, all of these are higher versions of engineering. They all require books. Gathering. And then you got farming. fertilizers, and milling all require books. Hunting is a basic. Butchery requires a book. Mining, you have masonry, which would be the first one you'd pick up. Then you'd go either pottery and then glassworking and then advanced masonry if you went the masonry tree. You have oil drilling and painting. This is for arts. You have smelting, so you need to do smelting, and then you probably do blacksmithing or blacksmithing then smelting. I don't remember which because I haven't played with the changes to the tree, so I'm not sure where that one falls in. I could check. Level 1 is getting iron tools, so you'd have to do smelting first. Because otherwise you don't have... Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, these are blacksmith. You need the iron in order to make these, so you'd have to have smelting before blacksmith. So, and besides that... The book requires metallurgy basics, which I think... Oh, that's just the ores. Okay, so that's nothing really. That's easy. But it does require smelting experience in order to research that book. So yeah, you have to have smelting before you do blacksmith. And then, of course, your self-improvement is just your general skill that everybody has. It's how many calories you end up having, how much less you use for each tool that you use. You know, it's all the modules and parts. Oh no, these are all the modules. And, you know, specialties. Or not the specialties, but these are just the regular modules, not the specialty ones. But it's, you know, how much you increase your calories, how much weight you increase, decrease in your module recipes, and decrease in your tools usage. So you eventually want to use them. And then there are talent choices at 3 and 6 in most of the skills. So, right now we have this, so, oh, that's tailoring, so, yeah, that's completely different because it's no longer using plant fibers to make the cloth. There is an actual cloth for it, or, flax plant, in order to get the basic shit to make cloth, regular cloth that used to be. So, we're working on logging. I don't know. Alright, we need to make some adobe so we can get our research table up. So now that's the tool bench. This is the workbench. We want to make adobe. We need minimum of an 18 square meter interior space for the research table. So that means you need a 4x5 base, 3 tiles high, and a roof. So we have 4x5. Base and roof is 20. You have 12 more for the corners, and then it's whatever you want in between in order to make a doorway and then the walls. But you have to eventually have a room, that enclosed room, that is minimum of 0.8 tier level, which I'll explain as soon as I start doing this. So first off, we need guaranteed 40. But I am going to do 60. No, I want 60. So we're getting 4, so we only need to do 15 cycles. That'll get us 60 Adobe. So we'll do this, add this. What it's going to need is wood, any wood, and dirt. This is where we bring in our shovel. I'm going to grab this. Oh, crap. There. Alright. We also need to do a couple other things. 1, we need a chest. 2, we need a stockpile. That'll use up some wood. Give me that. God dang it! Stop dropping food. All right. So, or you can drop it on the table itself. S2. Of course, that's doing that. This is why you need to make a chest or another stockpile, because this one, the one in the campsite, is just really bad. Let me see, how long are we going? Oh, we're at almost 40 minutes. So this one will go to about 45, and then I'll kick over to another one. So our Adobe, we want one. If we hold F, we can change how we do this. We can do lines, and then we can choose our style. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3. So there. Let's go back to our shovel. Let's pull out our food, and exchange. Alright, let's grab our chest. I'm going to put this chest over here. So now we can go here, here, put that in there, put this in here, put this in here, put this in here, that goes in there, bring that down, this goes up here, and that goes up there. So now that we've got those done, stockpile, we're going to put right there for now. So what that allows us to do now is go like this. Doing those. I'm going to eventually change it. The only downside is it's when you're digging, it is 1 per shovel. So it does take a while. There are mods to change it. I think it's called Big Shovel. But I really don't like, I mean, see, when you're digging, it is 1 per, but when you pull it out, it does go to 10, so it is alright. Pull out all of our alright, so there's that. See, if we aimed it there, and we do that, actually, if we put those up, we can leave that there. This has to be here. That has to be there. Alright, let's pick up our rest of our adobe. Put our roof up. Alright, so we need more wood, clearly. Oh wait, how's that? Alright, that's 20. 25, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 60. Alright, so what we need is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we need to do 3 more sets. And the other thing we need to do is make a research table. Storage, let's eat a little bit of food. And what we don't have are plant fibers, so we have to come to our workbench and make ourselves a sickle. Now we need more wood and more stone. So let's come over here and chop down another tree. As soon as we get the research table up, we'll call this episode. Alright, so let's put those in there. We need more stone, so let's go to our axe. Come over here where sandstone is. That will be enough. So, nope. Nope, we need 30. Alright. So we need 4 wood there. So we need 1 more. Sorry. so this will be enough wood, and we need how much more sandstone? 8 there, so we need 38. I don't know what was wrong there. We'll worry about that later. So since we have it here, we need 38, so we need 10 tiles. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we will have enough to finish those that we need. We will go and pick up our adobe. Now that we have that, we could step in here. Oh, because these are 3 spaces, so I need 2 more tiles. Damn it. I'm better than that. I'm better than that. I know better than that. Oh well. So what is that? 60. So you need like 19, 20 cycles of crafts of Adobe in order to get the room. Here. Oh, we need that. Okay, so where's our sickle? We'll do this. And this is easy enough. We'll just go and cut trees as soon as we get more food in our belly. There's our 30. So let's drop that in. That'll get that. All right. So ta-da. A 1x2 is considered a window. A 1x2 is considered a window. A 1x2 is considered a window. Well, 1x2 vertical. 1x2 horizontal, or 1x2 vertical, I should say, is a door. 1x2 horizontal can be a window. Nothing bigger. So, as you can see, we now show a volume of 18 cubic meters, tier 1. So we are at enough that we can find our research table that is not done yet. 20 seconds. Alright, research table. Put it on our toolbar. Come in here. Go to it. Hit R to rotate it. And we put it there. and it is active. It has its 18 meters of cubic of space. It has a room tier level greater than 0.8, so we can now do anything in this. So what we're able to do now is do the dendrology basics, the culinary basics, I think. Oh no, because we need campfire cooking for this, as you can see. So really, the one we can do right now is dendrology, because we do have logging 1. We cannot do geology basic because we do not have mining 1 yet, which will be our second skill that we pick up as a solo. But for now, the only thing we can make is dendrology papers, which is just wood. But we're going to be using the wood for something completely different. So basically what we're trying to do is get it to where we can get another star, get mining, and then we can start working towards the books that get us the other skills that we're going to use to continue to build. So right here is where we will call this. So hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like it, hit whatever button it is. I don't usually do YouTube videos, as you probably can tell. But I will see you in the next one, where we will start digging down underneath where we are into the sandstone and limestone to make room for our starting house, the way I built it. So that will be the next episode, which means we will do more chopping of trees, more cutting of stone. Probably ought to do a lot more cutting of stone, or chopping of trees, honestly, so that we can improve ourselves. But yes, that will be our next task. So hope you enjoyed this. I will see you in the next episode.